Welcome to the Speak Uneasy, a safe space where cancel culture does not exist because we are in a different prohibition era.
You're very exceptionary. No dictionary can define what's genuinely indescribable. Very exceptionary. No ordinary phrase can capture you. Now some might say that you're tremendous. You are so much more stupendous, so magnificent, so magnanimous. If we voted, it'd be unanimous. Very exceptionary. This temporary phrase we'll have to do. It's true for my very exceptionary you. Exceptionary. No dictionary can define what's genuinely indescribable. Very exceptionary. us, so magnificent, so magnanimous. If we voted, it'd be unanimous. Very exceptionary. This temporary phrase we'll have to do, it's true, for my very exceptionary. For my very exceptionary you.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Speak Uneasy of This Is News with your host, The Bartender. Before we proceed with the show, tonight's random read is going to come off of the book of Hosea, chapter 12, verses 1 through 14, Israel's alliances. Ephraim feedeth on wind, and followeth after the east wind. He daily increaseth lies and desolation. And they do make a covenant with Assyrians, and oil is carried into Egypt. The Lord hath also a controversy with Judah, and will punish Jacob according to his ways. According to his doings will he recompense him. He took his brother by the heel in the womb, and by his strength he had power with God. Yea, he had power over the angel, and prevailed. He wept, and made supplication unto him. He found him in Bethel, and there he spake with us. Even the Lord God of hosts, the Lord is the memorial. Therefore turn thou to thy God, keep mercy and judgment, and wait on thy God continually. He is a merchant. The balances of deceit are in his hand. He loveth to oppress. And Ephraim said, Yet I am become rich, I have found me out substance. In all my labors they shall find none iniquity in me that were sin. And I that am the Lord thy God, from the land of Egypt will yet make you thee to dwell in tabernacles, as in the days of the solemn feast. I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions, and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. Is there iniquity of Gilead? Surely they are vanity. They sacrifice bullocks in Gilgal. Yea, their altars are as heaps in the furrows of the fields. And Jacob fled into the country of Syria, and Israel served for a wife. And for a wife he kept sheep. And by a prophet the Lord brought Israel out of Egypt, and by a prophet was he preserved. Ephraim provoked him to anger most bitterly. Therefore shall he leave his blood upon him, and his reproach shall his Lord return unto him. Once again, this random read comes from the book of Hosea, chapter 12, verses 1 through 14, Israel's alliances. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the bar. I will be making a cocktail tonight, and the name of the cocktail that we'll be making tonight is called the Revolver. It's called the Revolver. Now, I'm going to share this article that I found here. Let me just get you guys over there to the article real quick. Let's see. Bam. Here we go. Yes. Okay, so this article comes from drunkardsalmanac.com. How funny is that, huh? The Revolver cocktail. So there's nobody, it doesn't say who wrote this. Doesn't say when it was published, but nonetheless, here's the article. The Revolver cocktail is a drink of the day for October 26th. Why? Because it's the anniversary of the shootout at the OK Corral, the famous 1881 gunfight that became an enduring symbol of the Wild West. You've probably watched one of the movies like Gunfight at the OK Corral, Tombstone, or Wyatt Earp. Here's the real story. And then the drink. After silver was discovered nearby in 1877, the town of Tombstone, Arizona, was founded and grew into one of the largest boom towns in the West. By 1881, they even had a bowling alley. Wow, I didn't even know bowling came out that early. The town also had an ice house, no doubt due to the work of Frederick Tudor, and more than 100 saloons. So they were civilized and could drink their booze chilled. The shootout at the OK Corral. The gunfight itself was the product of a long-time simmering feud. It was real. Hatfield and McCoy. Oh man, Hatfield and McCoy. I always heard that stuff when I was younger. Type stuff involving the Earp brothers with their friend Doc Holliday against the Cowboys, Billy Claiborne, Ike and Billy Clanton, and Tom and Frank McClure. Man, this is some cowboy stuff, man. I don't know anything about cowboys. By the way, when they say cowboy, we're not talking about the same good-natured guys riding around on horses and eating beans off tin plates around a campfire. At that time, the term was used to define an outlaw. Cattle smugglers, horse thieves, and other assorted scoundrels. Upstanding citizens were referred to as cattle herders or ranchers, and calling them cowboys was an insult. I did not even know that for terminology purposes. Wow. That is interesting to know. So if I made a good Texan out here, I would call them a cattle herder as opposed to a cowboy, because a cowboy is a derogatory term, right? James Earl and Wyatt Earp arrived in Tombstone in late 1879 during the early stages of their town's growth. The brothers had moved together between frontier towns, working as lawmen, pimps, and saloon owners. Quite the resume, exactly. They tended to interpret the law in a way beneficial to their gambling and saloon enterprises, while the cowboys resented the influence of city residents over county law enforcement. On October 25th, the Clanton and Tom McClure came into town for supplies. The next day, Billy Clanton, Frank McClure, and Billy Claiborne joined them. They ran into Doc Holliday in a saloon, who was happy to tell them their brothers had been pistol whipped by the Earps. Around 3 p.m. on the 26th, the Earps and Holliday spotted the cowboy gang over the OK Corral. Historians debate who shot first, but the gunfight itself lasted about 30 seconds with about 30 shots fired. Well, that's a round a shot. A round a second. When the dust settled, Billy Clanton and the McClure brothers were dead. Virgil and Morgan Earp and Doc Holliday were wounded. Ike Clanton and Billy Claiborne had run. The revolver cocktail. Considering the nature of today's event and the hardware in use at the time, the revolver cocktail is a natural fit as drink of the day. It's alarmingly simple and was created in 2004 by John Santer at Bruno's in San Francisco. Bruno's, however, didn't have a crowd inclined to look at a cocktail menu. It wasn't until Santer took the drink to bourbon and branch that it really took off. The rattlesnake cocktail, I've had that before. It's a great cocktail. Was soon adopted by influential bars across the country and is now accepted as a modern classic. The recipe is a lot like a Manhattan, substituting coffee liqueur for the sweet vermouth. Sweet vermouth is not sweet. It's horrible. And adding some orange bitters. The only usual suspect is the flaming orange twist, which I won't do that because I don't want to be messing with fire and something ends up burning in my house. I don't want that to happen. How to do this is covered in the Flame of Love cocktail on Dean Martin's birthday. The recipe below. Then again, if you're not up for pyrotechnics, just put it over a rock in the drink. So there's the history about the revolver. So let me go ahead and make that cocktail. Once I make this cocktail, I'm going to introduce my co-host. Man, my co-host. I miss that guy. I wasn't here last week, so I missed it, dude. Okay. So let's go ahead and start off with 2 ounces of bourbon. And the bourbon I'm using today is Old Granddad, and it's 114 proof. 114 proof bourbon. So we're going strong on this. So we got about 2 to 2.5 ounces of bourbon in the mixing glass. Next off, we're going to have half an ounce of coffee liqueur. So let me go ahead and pour that in the... All right, we're going to pour that into the mixing glass. Half an ounce of coffee liqueur, and the coffee liqueur I'm using for tonight is called Nola coffee liqueur. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Now we're going to put a couple of dashes of orange bitters into the mixing glass. And I'm using Fee Brothers orange bitters, just for you people who want to know what kind of bitters I'm using. I don't make my own bitters. Now we're going to go ahead and put ice inside the mixing glass. Now we're going to go ahead and stir this baby up. We're going to stir this baby up. Here we go. Stir it up, stir it up, stir it up. All right, I'm looking at the chats. What's going on, Liz? Haven't seen you in ages. How you been? I've seen some of your Facebook posting with your family, and hope all is well with your family. Hope all is well. All right, so we're done stirring that bad boy up. Let's go ahead and put this inside the rocks glass. I've already pre-chilled my rocks glass for... I've already chilled my rocks glass prior to the show. Now I'm just pouring the drink inside the rocks glass. I'm not using any ice either. All right. So I got an orange peel. I'm going to express the oils of the orange peel all over the glass, all over the drink. Rub the orange peel around the rim of my glass so I can get that orange smell on my nose, and I'm going to just throw the orange peel inside as garnish my glass. Cool. So here's to the revolver, everybody. Cheers. Not bad. The coffee liqueur is definitely stronger on the taste. It's a balanced drink. It's a very balanced drink. You do get a hint of that orange, but definitely because the bourbon is overproofed, that I'm getting more of the coffee liqueur taste on that, and it's good. So here's to the the revolver. Cheers, everybody. Now, without further ado, let me go ahead and introduce my co-host for the night, Mr. C. If you would please allow yourself to be unmuted and say hello to everybody.
I will allow myself to be unmuted. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, everybody.
Missed you, brother.
How are you all? Missed you? Where you been, sir?
Dude, I was sick last week, man.
Oh, yeah, you were.
Yeah, I was sick.
You certainly were. What was going on with you?
So I got signs of a fever. Didn't have a temperature, but I felt... Nice picture, by the way.
I was just playing with some images. That's all. You know me.
So I was getting the feeling, you know that feeling you get with your bones when it starts to ache when you think you're going to get a fever. I was feeling that way on Tuesday, and then I just started feeling really sick on Tuesday night into Wednesday, the whole day Wednesday, and I started feeling better on Thursday. I mean, it wasn't a fever. My throat was very scratchy, and I don't know. I just felt the sore throat kind of thing, but it wasn't really anything major. I was thinking, oh shoot, is this the Omarion Charlie Victor?
No, it's the next. I know, right? It's the next variant.
Like I already had, I already had the first one, dude. So
I had the first 5. I was patient 0 on one of them.
Dude, I remember, man. You were sick like every other week or something.
Oh, those Coronas could not keep me down.
You talking about the
Not
beer?
even that 12 pack. Not even that 12 pack. But they tried. They tried.
Well, we're here tonight, my friend, and I'm so glad that we're finally doing this again. I always have fun on these Wednesday shows, man. I always do.
Wednesday shows are bomb diggity,
Yeah, it's fun,
ladies and
man.
gentlemen.
It's fun. But I have to admit, the articles today that we're gonna go through is not our typical. But hey,
Oh,
we'll see.
we
what,
are never to be typified, ladies and gentlemen.
we'll see what direction it goes. You know, because things usually happen while we're doing the show.
Sometimes things spin out of control just a little bit, but
Yeah,
it's always manageable, don't you think?
I guess.
Always manageable. Yeah, absolutely.
Are you having anything to drink this evening or no?
Oh, just a very cheap bottle of Shiraz, that's all.
Oh, some wine.
Just a very cheap bottle. That's it.
Some wine. Some wine. You better be careful with that cheap stuff, man.
The cheap stuff,
That
I
cheap,
tell you.
dude, the cheap stuff will F you up, man.
It will F you up. You mean like it will preserve you? And I'm just kidding.
Dude, I know from experience.
There's some stuff that it preserves you, you know.
Dude,
You go cheap enough and your body will be well preserved before you die.
are you serious?
What is it, like MD 2020 or something like that?
That's Mad Dog, right?
Yeah, isn't that stuff formaldehyde?
I've never had Mad Dog. I've heard of it, but never had it, man.
Man.
I've had malt liquor. I've had cheap
Talk
wine.
about how one gets through their adolescence through 21 years of age. You go Mad Dog, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
you go Mad Dog.
I was going Strawberry Hill Boons.
Strawberry Hill Boons.
Yeah, dude.
Strawberry Hill, I think, was the second strongest of the lot. There was one that was as high as 13 or 14%, I think.
Ooh.
In the boonies, right? The boonies, Booney Farms, Booney Hill Farms.
Boons.
What is it called? I can't
It's
remember.
called Boons.
Yeah, I loved the Strawberry Fields was good. I liked the name of it. You know, I thought that was a very
Strawberry Hill was the most popular one.
It reminded me of the Beatles. You know, every time I got that boonies drink. You know, but there was like a Hawaiian one also, and a blue one, and a lot of them were pretty good.
Wine coolers.
You know,
Ever had wine coolers? I remember wine
for
coolers.
adolescents. Well, I thought the boonies were better than wine coolers, actually.
I mean, we only got what we had access to. I mean, wine coolers were pretty popular back in the 90s, at least when I was in high school.
Oh, yeah. Wine coolers, man. That's where it's at, the parties in the bottle.
Yeah. Or Mickey's. You ever had Mickey's? That malt liquor? Ugh, malt liquor's gross.
Mickey's,
man.
isn't that like non-alcoholic?
No, you're talking about Old Duels.
Oh, duels.
Yeah. Mickey's that's some harsh stuff, man.
No. But even Liz Garcia, the 2020 will kill. It will kill and preserve. Let me tell you what.
Well, she must be speaking from experience,
take out
man.
your kidney and it will leave it ready for that day that awaits you. Ladies and gentlemen, if that wasn't grim enough, I'm not Putin. Oh man, you have to be watching to understand, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, shall we go ahead and proceed to our first article for the night?
Let us proceed, sir.
All right.
Let us proceed.
So I guess I'm starting it off because I think the last time we did this, it was you first. So I'm gonna
Quite possibly so.
Yeah.
Quite possibly so. It's just great to be back, Speak. I'm glad you're doing better.
Oh, thank you. All right, so here we go.
Absolutely.
Look at that. Did I share it with you? No, I gotta share it with you. Hold on. Let me share it with you. I have to share the face with you.
Oh, is there a fate? Oh, Hoods, Piglosi, nasty, Nancy, nasty, nasty. That woman is nasty. Hoods.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so this one is by punchnews.com. Article was written by Baxter Dimitri. Oh, how convenient. And you have Russian's president on your Zoom thingy. The guy's name's Dimitri.
Dimitri.
Yeah. the guy who wrote it. Article reads, Pelosi declares China's communist dictatorship is one of the freest societies in the world.
Oh, is it now?
Maybe for somebody like her, right?
This is so easy to punt. I'm telling you. What on earth is this woman talking about?
She's talking in the perspective of her eyes. Not
her eyes.
Yeah, not the quote normies eyes.
Not the people who actually go through it and live
right,
through it. Right,
exactly.
Not the majority of
not the oppressed people. Not the oppressed.
Not
people.
the oppressed.
All right.
This woman.
China is one of the, in quotes, okay, freest societies in the world, according to the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Democrat in California, who faced backlash on Tuesday after a disturbing NBC News interview in which she heaped praise on communist China. Dude, there's a lot of things that she says, and then when she's questioned on it, she's like Joe. Like, she gives answers that she's like Brandon. She gives she gives answers that don't make any sense at all. She's losing it. She's lost it already.
She breaks down quite a bit.
Yeah, she does. She does. She's her. There's no more marbles in there, dude.
No, there's nothing. Just
it's an empty bag.
Vacuous space
It's
that just wants
bag.
to be filled with ice cream and alcohol.
Actually, there's
she puts rum in her vanilla.
There's probably some helium in there. I don't know.
There might be helium.
There might be.
I don't know if that's her thing, though. You know.
Pelosi's remark have slammed as scary and idiotic online, with others raising the question of whether she is compromised. Pelosi's NBC News interview followed her visit to Taiwan last week, which triggered days of intense Chinese military drills that encircled the island. These are just posturing drills. I really don't know if they're gonna I they've been talking about wars with Taiwan. China has.
Let me tell you what.
What you got?
Go ahead.
No, what you got?
I was just gonna say, she had to go make a business deal. That's the only reason why she went.
I heard about
freaking
her son,
Asia.
Right? Her son?
Her son was involved. But I mean, who normally makes these transactions for the Pelosi, brood? It's the husband, Peter.
Yes,
okay?
the banker,
Paul,
right?
Whatever his name is. Peter or Paul, it's not John or Mary.
That's the dude.
Sure.
Wasn't that the dude that he got popped for a DUI and he showed some kind of membership card to a donor or something like that?
Well, they said there were drugs in his system at first too, and I'm not one to call a kettle black, sir. But I will say for a fact he got off with no trouble to it. But this happened at the exact same time that you see Nancy Pelosi hobbling her feeble little ass over to Asia on her plane, risking heart failure because of the change in freaking, elevation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And pressure. And here she is making deals and ensuring that the line is dotted and signed, and her junior boy there is in tow to be the name and the face behind this business dealing. Okay,
right.
Risks freaking World War III, this one does, just to go make sure that they get the cut of their deal, because her husband was arrested with possible drugs in his system, and he could not make it to Asia that week.
He was busy.
Greedy Pelosi, I'm telling you, sir.
The husband was the husband was literally tied up.
Literally tied up. So she had to go and risk World War III for her company's sake. Give me a break, Pelosi.
Yeah.
Seriously. Okay, seriously. I would say it's too, they need a war, right? So why not just go stir something up with Taiwan and China? But no, it was because she needed to make sure they closed the deal. Her husband was preoccupied.
Hey, that's
Husband was
important.
preoccupied
Hey,
otherwise. It
that's
had nothing
important.
to do with politics.
That is
Her
important,
husband was
okay?
preoccupied.
She needs her money.
Exactly. Exactly. So little Peter Jr. or Paul Jr. whatever his name is couldn't close the deal. So Mama Piglosi had to go, risk World War III for her family's, the betterment of their stock profile.
Well, they
And we're
did.
sitting here like, this bitch is gonna cause World War III.
Hey,
But,
she had some inside. She had some inside tips, man, to get
I'm
all that
telling
money,
you,
man.
I'm telling you, and she's not the only one.
No.
Even some of our hollowed heroes are doing these types of wheelings and dealings, and really, it just needs to stop. Period. Doesn't matter who it is, right? If it's good for the goose speak, it's good for the gander. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Obviously,
If
not our
if
goose or gander either.
if worse comes to worse, we have to uphold the rule of law.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. But anyways, didn't mean to interject all of that.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. you conspiracy theorist, you.
Frickin' Pelosi. Can't believe that they have not just stricken your channel off of YouTube or something like that.
Who? Me?
Yeah, you.
It soon will be, man.
It soon will be.
At this point, man.
I just had a new channel set up and I'm already on 2 strikes. Okay, so
I've already gotten 2 strikes. To be honest, I've already gotten 2
Yeah.
strikes on my YouTube. So whatever's, man.
It's just kind of the waiting game after that, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But you know what? I don't get any viewers there, so that's probably why they haven't like killed me.
You
because
know,
there's nobody.
neither do I.
Nobody.
But well, I guess I had some viewers, but
I have nobody, dude.
Not many.
This
I'm
is not a
just
popular
saying.
bar to be at. Anyhow,
YouTube, no.
Let me
No,
see.
no.
We will still support the One China policy. We go there to acknowledge the status quo is what our policy is. There was nothing disruptive about that, Pelosi said. It was only about saying China is one of the freest societies in the world.
Again with
Okay.
this bitch.
Okay, whatever you say.
Again, Pelosi.
I am not going to play that video.
Free for who?
Let's see.
You have to ask.
DJT Jr. Quickly responded to Pelosi's claim by writing on Twitter, Pelosi thinks that the communist dictatorship in China is one of the freest societies in the world, which may explain why the Democrats are now emulating the same authoritarian tactics here at home that the Chinese Communist Party uses against their political opposition. Unbelievable Senator Ted. Gee, this dude right here is not any. He's not any better. He really isn't. Unbelievable Senator Ted Cruz, Republican of Texas, responded, "Scary, idiotic." Hudson Institute senior fellow Rebecca Heinrichs responded, "Very embarrassing. She had to have meant Taiwan all the difference in the world, right?" Because
Right.
Taiwan it's still a free society.
Well, I mean, I'm just not even ready to like touch that with even a 5-foot pole, my friend, because
Taiwan?
there's so much going on over there I have not looked into. I would have to do my honest, deep, heartfelt searching because there's just so much information right now. It's ridiculous. It is quite ridiculous. Speak.
Yes.
It is uneasy to speak of. Speak uneasy.
Saw what you did there.
What else could I say? But seemingly so, if things were the way they should be, and Taiwan is genuinely declared to be such, and it's not just some rigged scheme by one of the oligarchical masters of our destiny, then I would say absolutely Taiwan is independent. But I don't know all of the kerfluffle behind Taiwan and China and Japan and the likes. Not like when we're talking about like Ukraine or something like that, or Russia and some of that type of history. But even that is coming into question, as everything does and should in this world. Speak. It's just more things to consider, more angles, more views. Do your homework, do your research, and Uh, be diligent,
I
ladies
agree.
and
I
gentlemen.
agree.
Diligent.
And it's funny.
Be diligent.
It's interesting that you say that because you know I don't. Okay, so I watch a lot of Japanese TV
You watch Bomb.
because by default, my wife has a TV on for because she's Japanese. She's from Japan.
Yes,
She
sir.
wants to know everything that's going on. So it's all the mainstream media news from Japan, and I don't watch it all day. I just kind of see it here and there while I'm doing work, and like slowly I can see Japan kind of like they're buddying up with China, very
Mhm.
subtly they are, and it's very concerning to me. It's very
Mhm.
concerning to me. So that's just something I kind of noticed, and I
Something to be interested. Do you think that has anything to do with the assassination of Abe?
it wouldn't surprise me. I would. Why wouldn't it? You know what I mean?
I mean, I
Why
don't know.
wouldn't?
I don't know. I don't. I mean, speaking of which, since like your wife is from that, she probably has a better understanding, I would imagine, of like their
Yeah, but my,
politics
my, my wife
and stuff
doesn't
like
get.
that.
She's not into the politics stuff, man. She really isn't.
Um,
I mean, you've had
but
conversations
maybe
with her.
just might still understand it better because of the
The
I don't
culture.
know, yeah, there you go, culture, because culture will be a certain way, even to the
Well,
non-political,
even when I do talk to her about the politics in Japan, and when I ask her questions, she tells me she doesn't know, and she doesn't like to get it. Like she doesn't care about it.
well,
And I'm thinking, dude, you should. I mean, your parents, your parents and your sister still lives out there, man. You should care a little bit about it.
I mean, it is a point of view, but like my mom, for example, will complain about the streets and how they're not painted and she can't see them, and I'm like, well, you don't like to vote and you don't like to self-govern, so
Yeah,
what can you do? I mean, that's your own backyard, and if you don't want to participate at that level, um but still, that's just part of that lifestyle, so
yeah.
it's
Well, I mean,
not a thing,
I ask her
but a
stuff.
being.
I ask her stuff, but she doesn't know. I mean, she'll translate things for me, like in the middle of a report on TV.
Ooh, I have this really interesting video that I don't know what it's made. It was made in Japan, and it is the video title is the assassination of our honorable Abe, and it's something like, it's very clickbaity, the title, but maybe I could send you a link
Yeah,
and
no,
I can
send
get a
it.
translation out
Send.
of
No, no,
this
no,
is
send it.
terrible.
Send it, and
I could just go Ogle translate it, even though I don't use Go Ogle. I don't know what I'm thinking.
no, because with Google, what they'll do with that translation, they'll give you like a literal translation, and
Uh-huh.
there's a difference between a literal translation and a translation how they speak.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah,
even with Spanish, right? There's certain things that you say that you mean something else,
absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
I mean,
I just was interested because I wanted to see something or learn something that was not establishment speak about Abe and his assassination.
mhm.
And the only things I could find were in, Japanese, and no translation, like
Well, shoot it to me. I mean,
subtitles or
send it to me,
anything
bro.
like that.
Yeah, no, no, send it to me.
But that could be very interesting. I mean, there might be this whole untold story, or story that's not well known, regarding what was going on over there. And I have like my own kind of like amateur kind of assessments based on what I've learned about Abe and his lineage, his dynasty of like prime ministerialships. Like there's like his family line had like three prime ministers in his family line. Like, so he was like number three in a
Mm.
line of Abe's, basically.
Yeah,
So
no,
you have to consider,
whatever you got, just send it over, man, and then my
you have to
wife will
wonder
help
like
with
what's
it.
really going on here. If there's a lineage of Abe's and this
Oh,
guy
come
was
on,
like a
dude.
12-year
I mean,
leader,
it's the
you
same. It's
know.
the same thing here. I mean, look at the presidents, dude. They're all
I
related.
mean,
They're all
very
related.
much so. I've there's just been so many like strange epiphanies for myself this week alone. But let's just say that court is still in recess, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot assess any further than what comes to me as I'm doing my research and reading and stuff like that. But it's definitely going to be one for the times, ladies and gentlemen, if we as free moral agents can keep up with the show to come. I don't know how else to put it, speak. So anyways.
Yeah, let me continue this, and then we'll discuss.
Still got some ways to go on this article.
Yeah,
so.
we do. China is currently locking religious minorities in mass internment camps and committing genocide against them.
And that's freedom, ladies and gentlemen. That is freedom.
Well, that's freedom in China. And it's slowly becoming like that here, too. It will become like that. I mean, if we don't do anything about it, it's going to be the same way here.
I'm telling you, on the See in the Dark episode, Speak Uneasy, we are doing transhumanism. And
I know. I've been watching that.
Yes. You see, they have that facial recognition search stuff over at China. So it makes you think that...
they're using social credits, too. So you figure that one out.
Exactly.
Can you...
Exactly.
I would have no credit here, dude.
Shit.
I'm already broke. And I'd still be broke using social credit, dude.
Likewise, sir.
Wow.
Even then. Okay. All right. That'll be my last outburst, I promise.
Vicky Hartzler, Republican of, what's that, Missouri? Is that Missouri? M.O.?
Missouri.
Yeah. Responded. But Speaker Pelosi believes they are one of the freest societies in the world. This is hashtag CCP propaganda. Former Trump White House advisor Stephen Chung responded, disturbing to see anyone, let alone an elected official, repeat China Communist Party talking points. It's almost like she is compromised. You think she is? Come on, man. She's a freaking... she works for them, dude. A lot of these people do. I mean, look at the governor of California, dude. He's owned by China, dude. Let's see. Related Senator Kennedy, we tried seeing things Pelosi's way, but can't get our heads that far up our rear ends. The Daily Wire report that Drew Hamill, Pelosi's deputy chief of staff, responded to the clip by saying that she was misspoke and she meant to say Taiwan. The speaker is referencing Taiwan, he wrote on Twitter. The speaker's record of speaking out against the Chinese Communist Party for 35 years in the Congress is unsurpassed. Are you sure about that? Yeah. Sometimes she don't even know what the hell she's saying, dude.
Right.
Pelosi's visit to the island last week came despite threats from Chinese government and military officials, including a Chinese propagandist at a state-run news organization who effectively threatened that China could shoot down Pelosi's plane. I think a lot of people were kind of waiting for breaking news about that.
I'm telling you,
I don't know. I'm just making a guess. I don't know.
Signed on the dotted line. It was just for business, and she almost caused World War III in her senility.
Yeah, well, she needs.
He's like, Pop's not there to do it, so I guess I gotta go do it. And she needed
to pick the money up, dude. She needed to pick the money up, bro.
She put it in her son's name.
Ever heard of like a what you call that?
Put it in her son's name.
You couldn't transfer funds in the bank or anything like that. What's that? An e-transfer or something like that?
She had to go close the deal. Now I don't know what her husband normally does to close the deal, but she had to do it.
Yeah, they needed to pick up them briefcases of cash, dude. I don't know.
I don't know what it was, sir. I'm not a Pelosi, but I'm telling you, she had to go close that deal, and she almost caused World War III.
The Washington Post published an op-ed from Pelosi shortly after she landed on the island that explained her reason for going. Pelosi noted that under the Taiwan Relations Act, the U.S. vowed supporting defending Taiwan, and that the act said that the U.S. would consider any effort to determine the future of Taiwan by other than peaceful means, a threat to the peace and security of the Western Pacific area, and of grave concern to the United States. Today, America must remember that vow. We must stand by Taiwan, which is an island of resilience, Pelosi wrote. In recent years, Beijing has dramatically intensified tensions with Taiwan. The People's Republic of China has ramped up patrols of bombers, fighter jets, and surveillance aircraft near and even over Taiwan's air defense zone, leading the U.S. Defense Department to conclude that China's army is likely preparing for a contingency to unify Taiwan with the PRC by force. Pardon me. The PRC has also taken the fight into cyberspace, launching scores of attacks on Taiwan's government agencies each day. At the same time, Beijing is squeezing Taiwan economically. Dude, they're squeezing a lot of countries economically, not just Taiwan. Pressuring global corporations to cut ties with the island, intimidating countries that cooperate with Taiwan, and and clamping down on tourism from the PRC. Pelosi added, in the face of the Chinese Communist Party accelerating aggression, our congressional delegation's visit should be seen as an unequivocal statement that America stands with Taiwan, our democratic partner, as it defends itself and its freedom. Oh boy. And that was the end of the article.
Speak.
Yeah, I'm good. That was the end of the article.
There you go, folks.
Dude, I hate it when they use that word democratic, dude.
Oh yeah, is that how you feel?
In the name of that, right? It's always in the name of that.
Yeah, it's their double speak, but that's the lie right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
That is the lie.
Well, that's why they're professional liars, dude. Hold on for a moment. Let me just... Oops.
They are professional.
There we go.
They are professional, sir.
All right, let me just go ahead and X that one out. So what's your thought? I mean, I know you were giving a bunch of, you were saying a bunch of stuff in between, but man, I guess I can understand where your stance is. She had to pick up something important.
You know, I mean, it's just because that was the outcome of that visit. Like, she enriched herself. That was the outcome. She was like, and here, you know, you would leave someone like myself to be like, this woman needs World War III because election integrity is about to come out, right? Mm-hmm. This woman needs World War III because they're about to decertify, 2020. Nope, it's just because she needed to make sure that her portfolio was protected, and they sold the stocks they needed.
Well, I mean, think about this though. What if it was a ploy to get people distracted for something else that was happening behind the scenes? Because that's what they do.
Her beefing up her stock portfolio, or
no? I mean, everybody
something else entirely different.
Everybody knew that if she was to do something like that, that would be very close to provoking a war, right?
Absolutely.
So what I'm saying is, what if there was something else behind the scenes that we don't know about that happened and that was kind of like taking all the attention from all the people instead of...
Could be.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what it would be, but that very well could be the case,
Because that's what they do. They always do this shit where they get everybody's attention away from one thing because they're doing something else. That's what they do. That's what they do. You should know that already, Mm-hmm. Anyhow. Well, we're talking about communism here.
Communists, who would have thought in this day and age? Well, you know what?
Oh, man.
It sounds pretty alien up until a point. And now it's like, yep, they're communists.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming out of the woodwork left and right and left.
Thank you for finding me on YouTube, Liz. Thank you so much.
What on earth are you going to do?
Keep on living, man.
Muy cierto, says Liz Garcia. Muy cierto.
What's cierto mean?
That's right, muchachos.
Oh.
That is right.
Let's see. Hold on. This thing. What? Okay. Hold on. All right, we're gonna go to your article now.
All right, buddy boy.
Since I've already kind of marinated
the
with
disgust of special counsel Michael Gableman on his face. He's like, oh, this is ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen.
Since we've already started with the communist step, why don't we go
He's
ahead?
A legend, ladies and gentlemen.
Why don't we go ahead and step it up to another?
Never forget it. Should I stay in the judge's uniform?
Let's see. All right, there's a screen share for you. Let me know when you see it. You see it?
Oh yeah, let's stay as the judge. No longer muzzle. Whole Foods founder issues dire warning about socialists.
Yeah, let's keep on the subject. I like it.
Oh, yeah. This communist socialist. I see where you're going with this, Speak. I see where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it says here, and this is from the Daily Wire, by the by, it says Whole Foods founder John Mackey warned that socialists are taking over every facet of American society. He's like, they used to be in my break room every single day. Socialists running around the break room fighting over who gets the last Jello chocolate pudding bar. And now they're taking over the United States of America.
Dude, okay, so do you think that the employees are going to start firing the owners of these companies too?
Probably. Whole Foods is like, they used to stock the shelves on my aisles.
Dang, dude.
They used
I
to
used
run
to,
the
you know,
cash
I
registers.
used to love Whole Foods, man.
There was a time when it was exceptional. That
Yeah.
time was short-lived.
It was
I'd have to say.
until Amazon took them over, man.
Oh.
And they got taken over by Amazon real fast.
And worse by now, no doubt.
Oh,
Worse by
absolutely.
now, no doubt. So
Absolutely.
this John Mackey guy says that socialists brewed at Whole Foods because of him in their basements, right? And now they were taking over every facet of American society. And he promised he'll have much more to say when he steps down as CEO of the trailblazing supermarket chain.
Oh, he's putting up the
Oh,
white
okay.
flag, man. He's surrendering, dude.
I guess so. What's that all about? Oh, that face of disgust from Michael Gableman. What the hell are we reading right now, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, you'd have to see the face. Anyhow, the article continues. Mackey, who founded the company in 1980 and stayed on to run it after selling it to Amazon for $13.7 billion in 2017, said freedom-hating fascists have seized control of companies, education, and even the military. The explosive comments came in an interview with Reason magazine. They're marching through the institutions. They're taking everything over, said Mackey, who is stepping down at the end of September. They've taken over education. It looks like they've taken over a lot of the corporations. It looks like they've taken over the military, and that it's just continuing. That's pretty harrowing, ladies and gentlemen. This is your John Mackey wake-up call, okay?
I would have thought that.
If you ain't gonna listen to the politicians of America, well, you at least listen to John Mackey.
I would have thought that this guy would be with it because he's working for that company.
I guess he's just one of those fair weather patriots, right? He's
Yeah,
like,
right.
As long as it's making money for me, I'll turn my eye to it. But once I stop, then I have to say no.
I don't know, man. I don't see this guy's words as kind of genuine. I think these are just moves being made.
Maybe he's just the one who's to point out the things to come.
We'll
So
see.
this way, at least you know why you got some communist up in your grill one day.
No, I'm not.
That's because
I'm not buying
John
this
Mackey
guy.
brooded them at Whole Foods. In
Yeah,
the basement,
but
and
I'm
you
not
never
buying
knew
this.
about it.
I'm not buying this at all
Never
from him.
knew about it.
I'm not buying it at all. I'm just not. I'm just not buying this.
Does this man look like a trustworthy man? I don't think so.
The
That
same
is
could
John
be.
Mackey, ladies
Hey,
and
the same
gentlemen.
could be said about Pelosi, man. I don't know.
Piglosi, just wandering over there to make money for her family, almost starts World War III, the damn. She is a few screws shy of a screw loose, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. Are we gonna read that Twitter?
Sure. It says here, I feel like socialists are taking over, says Whole Foods CEO John Mackey as he tells Reason, I believe in liberty and capitalism. Those are my twin values, and I feel like a lot of the liberties that I've taken for granted most of my life are under threat. Oh, now you wake up. Maybe he's what you call a professional rhino, right? And he's like, I've been conservative the whole time until I had to be. He was until he had to be. And now that he is, it's because he has to. And I guess it's just going to confuse everyone else. I'm not sure. But anyways, the article continues. Although many consider Whole Foods and its parent company progressive, Mackey said he is a capitalist at heart. While building the company, Mackey espoused that he called conscious capitalism. That's what he called it, and sought to create financial, intellectual, social, cultural, emotional, spiritual, physical, and ecological wealth for all of its stakeholders. The company promoted environmentally sound agriculture, paid living wages, and was a pioneer in providing health care to entry-level employees. But incompetent leftist governance, especially during the COVID pandemic, has made it difficult to champion those values while still making a profit, he said. He cited increased government unemployment benefits that made it more lucrative for prospective workers to stay home and jobless. Oh, really, Mackey? Right? Couldn't pay those lefty progressive employees enough to stay home. Could ya? A lot of people were making as much money, if not more money, not working at all, he said. So guess what? They chose not to come back to work. Oh, you think so? They got used to it. Those trifling scum, right? The scum of the earth, antifers. Even now, the younger generation that the supermarket industry relies on to stack their baskets, stock their shelves, load their trucks, and man their registers, all the kids, all the little chillin', don't seem to want to work, he said. The problem is most acute in Democrat-run big cities. Oh, well, makes you wonder why, right? All these Antifers and BLMers. Even now, the younger generation, oh wait, we already read that, didn't we? Okay, yes. So they only work if it's really purposeful and something they feel aligned to, he said. You can't hope to start with meaningful work. You're going to have to earn it over time. Some of the younger generation doesn't seem to be willing to pay the price, and I don't know why.
Dude, I have so much to say.
We don't have to.
I have so much to say about the youth. I really do, but
you do.
I do.
So Mackey says. Mackey also lamented the left's ongoing assault on freedom of speech and other constitutional rights. Mackey just sounds like a hacky. That's all. I'm telling you. I feel like with the way freedom of speech is today, the movement on gun control, a lot of the liberties that I've taken for granted most of my life, I think are under threat. He just woke up, Speak.
Jeez, man.
This Mackey dude just woke up.
He has had his head up his ass for the past decades, man.
What the hell, Mackey? You're just waking up now.
And
Mackey?
this guy's a CEO of a fucking company, dude.
I think my rights are under threat. Yeah, think so, Mackey?
Jeez.
Like, you know, some of them, they're designed to come out this late, Speak. They're designed to come out this late just so they can say they said something.
No, but
before we all go to the gas chamber.
I mean, this goes back to
something.
But this goes back to what I said. I'm not buying it, dude. I think this is just a show.
To save face.
Yeah, it's just a show, dude.
Just to save face. This Mackey person. What the hell, Mackey? Just to save face. It says here, the comments were apparently just a hint of what's to come when Mackey steps down and can speak even more freely.
I don't think so.
Pretty soon you're going to hear about Crazy John, who's no longer muzzled, he said. I've got 6 weeks. I can talk about politics in 6 weeks. That I can today.
No, he's not. I'm not buying. He's not. He's probably going to say stuff that we all already know.
I mean, undoubtedly, but I guess we're just going to have to wait and see then, huh?
I'm not holding my breath.
Yeah. Crazy John, right? He's like, I'm Crazy John.
Yeah.
No, you are crazy. Michael Gableman in the house tonight here at This Is News. with the Speak Uneasy, established in 2020.
Hey, what's going on, Debbie Sandifer out there in Twitch? I haven't seen you in like years, and I'm glad that you finally caught the live show. I'm glad you finally have come. Thank you so much. Tell your friends. Bring more friends on the Twitch area. You know.
Welcome to the House of Gableman.
And the drink that I'm having tonight is called. Tonight's cocktail was called the Revolver, which is I'm already done with it. It was a bourbon and coffee liqueur based cocktail tonight. So yeah,
You finished that quick, sir.
It wasn't that much. There wasn't really that much.
Was it like a shot?
No, it was only 2 ounces. It was like 2.5 ounces of liquor. That's it.
Yeah.
And I had no ice, so
Uh-huh.
you know how that goes.
I see.
It went down. Just went down. Just went down. Okay, so
Nice.
what I wanted to say about this dude right here is that
This
you know,
one who underwent
he's-
gender transition surgery?
he's all spewing about how he's a capitalist. I'm like, yeah, duh. If you own if you're in business, you kind of have to be capitalist, dude, because that's the way
Yeah.
you get paid.
I mean, hello. If you run a business, you're obviously capitalist.
You're supposed.
mean,
You're
You
obviously
can say
supposed
you're
to be.
running it for the commune all you want, but
Yeah, but you see what? Remember a couple weeks ago when we did that report about those companies that were hiring those quote woke people.
absolutely.
Yeah, and they freaking closed down shop because.
The woke people wanted to take over the business.
Well, not only that, but they wanted to prove the business owner wanted to prove how woke they were by giving up the business. How stupid is that?
Yeah.
Jeez, man, and you know that's this one prime example about
That is the society that they want to build up. I don't know. I don't understand it myself personally,
but that,
sir.
I don't want to say that it's the majority of the youth, but that's what the youth are being taught to do. They're taught to self-sacrifice themselves in the name of what? In the name of proving that they're woke?
I mean, that's the way that they've been. That's the way that is. What's the word? The word is that's the way
Conditioned?
that they have been conditioned. Thank you, sir. That's the way that they have been conditioned.
And you know,
So can you really blame the youth other than to say that they're too stupid to
I
figure it out?
blame the parents. I don't blame the youth. I blame the parents, man.
Can you even blame the parents if
Yes.
it's by that design?
Yes, I have to blame the parents.
You have to.
I have to.
Why?
Because it's their children. If they care so much about their children and what they're consuming in their brain, they would be on top. Like they would be on top of what they're learning. You know what I'm saying? I know I
This is a
am,
true fact.
and I always have been.
Mhm.
I've always been that way with my children, man.
And
And
don't you worry, Speak, because with that 87,000 plus IRS
oh,
employee army
and it's
people
funny you
to come
mentioned
in,
that because that's a great segue into the next story.
I'm just saying, they're coming for you. Speak.
Well, let's just go to the next story because that's actually a perfect segue into that.
Is that a good segue?
It's a
sir?
perfect segue, dude, because that's
man,
that's exactly
I am
where we're
so
going.
on it tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, because that's where we're.
We are on that ball.
That's exactly the direction that we're going right here. All right, let me
Success, ladies and gentlemen.
let me pull it up right here, so everybody can see it. Okay, got you there. Okay, let me share the screen with you.
Share that screen, sir.
All right.
All right. Well, speak of the devil, and they shall appear.
I told you, man.
They
I told
are
you.
legion. 87,000. Where did I get that number?
Well, okay,
from?
so let's
Where?
okay, before I even go through this article, let's just put this in perspective, okay? Because
Perspective.
so just because it says that they're going to hire about 87,000 people, that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to hire 87,000 people all at one time. This is going to be a
No.
span of how many years, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like how
they may try and hire as many. I bet you they hire as many as a quarter that number at least. That's still a whole lot of new agents.
I really don't know how much they're going to be able to do in 1 year, because it's just like when I used to be a deputy, right? the department had a quota they had to reach in order for them to have, to hire X amount of people within a year or whatever the goal was. But I don't think they're, if you were going to propose something for, like, say, business, and you needed money and you needed to show why you need that much money, you would kind of overestimate it, right? So you can get as much money as you can.
Sure.
In order for you to get the funding. So of course, I think this is one of the ways that they're trying to get more tax money out of us, is because.
What do you think they're going to do with 87,000 new IRS agents, even if that is over the span of 5 years?
And I'm not saying that I'm for this. Like, I'm just trying to say that the numbers, just because it's 87,000 doesn't mean
they're going to hire 87 tomorrow.
Exactly. I think it's over a span of time. But
over
also
a span of time, that's logical. But what are they going to do with all of them?
Also, wait, hold on. And also, you got to understand that there's going to there's going to be people quitting. There's going to be people retiring. There could be people that are getting fired. So
that can be worked into this 87,000.
Yes. But why do they need 87,000 IRS new agents? I don't know. I mean, I kind of have an idea what they're going to do. But it's. It's not factual yet. It's just what I think, I don't think they need that much people, to be honest. That's just me. Unless they're
really. You think what now?
I don't think they need that much people. Unless they're gonna freaking unless they're gonna audit a bunch of hardworking.
Unless they're gonna audit a bunch of hardworking people. A bunch of people to like research all of that.
Well, not only that, but also enforce whatever tax laws are being broken.
Yeah, and I'm sure they'll find them.
So, I don't,
I'm sure they'll find them.
Just because it's 87,000, don't think that that's all in 1 year. Like, no.
And don't think that means they're going to be armed either.
I don't know about that. I think they are. I think they are. I think they're.
You think whatever number that they hire on, they are going to arm them?
I don't think everybody. I think there's different.
Why do they need to arm themselves to begin with?
I think there's different departments within the IRS. The
IRS does not need to have arms.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Under what circumstance would an IRS agent need to be armed?
The
IRS agent is not going to go serve papers to some big old drug lord.
Well, I don't know. The reason why I say I don't know is because I don't know the branch of the IRS. I mean, I don't know how they're branched out as. I mean, I know what they do. I know they're the tax people, but I don't know exactly what departments are within the IRS. I don't know what the jobs are in the IRS. That's what I'm saying.
To take your money.
Of course,
that's what their jobs are.
To take the money that I don't even have, man.
Think about the IRS in Austin, for example. You have a bunch of people there that literally just lick stamps. I'm not even joking. There's an entire department of stamp lickers, and there's an entire department of seal folders, and there's an entire department of envelope straighten outers and iron pressing. There's you cannot do an entire envelope on your own. There's a department for each section of that envelope as it is being processed. And so you're right. I mean, they might need 87,000 new stamp lickers. I don't know. But that's a lot of people. And are they going to be armed is the next question, because
I think
the IRS
so.
has been caught buying a lot of ammunition.
I think
so much to the point that they had to make a bill that said basically, stop it, IRS. You don't need to be armed.
I honestly think that they're going to be armed.
They don't need to be
officers.
armed.
I don't.
That's the point.
I don't know.
The IRS the IRS doesn't store money, right? They would put that in a bank, wouldn't they? It's called the Federal Reserve, right? Central bank. That's where the IRS
that's a different. Yeah,
that's
a different
the IRS
entity.
Comes out of the Federal Reserve Central Bank. After all, income tax and bank and taxes and inflation, it all goes hand in hand. But when we're talking about that income tax, that is a tax on the money that you earn to live, which is totally unethical and unconstitutional. So it has to go through the central bank.
Mm-hmm.
And that is where the IRS comes from. So they are born from the same bill at the same date and the same time in this nation. And that was in 1913.
Wasn't that
on December 25th?
wasn't that
That was the creature from Jekyll Island. It's come back. to
what's his
haunt you.
first name? Preston? Wasn't that Preston?
Prescott.
Prescott? Same
Who are
thing.
you talking about? Are you talking about Pedo Bush? Or are you talking about Nazi Pedo
I'm
Bush?
talking about granddaddy.
You talking about Nazi Pedo Bush?
Yeah,
That's what you're talking about.
that dude right there.
Nazi Pedo Bush. You're right.
Yeah.
That's it. Back in the 1930s. But yeah, he was more like in with Hitler and stuff like that. When we're talking about the central banks, yeah, you're going back to 1913, and so that's going to take you a little bit further, bit backer. But eventually signed into law by Woodrow Wilson, as we all do know this by now, sir. And it's come up in conversation again, so it's a good thing that you brought out this article that seems to be comforting progressives. Oh no, wait, it seems to be worrying progressives. You don't want to worry a progressive.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You don't want to worry a progressive, but people are starting to call for the end of the Federal Reserve once again. So it's a great time to be alive.
We'll see. We shall see, man. We shall see. All right. So this article was written by Michael Schaus on August 14th of this year. Yes, progressives also should be worried about 87,000 new IRS agents. Let us read. Given how skeptical many Democrats generally are of empowering law enforcement agencies with more authority or resources, their enthusiasm for spending $80 billion to bolster the Internal Revenue Services as part of the Inflation Reduction Act
Billion.
yeah, is odd. Excuse me. Certainly it makes sense that progressives would be excited about mobilizing an army of revenuers to make the rich pay their fair share. Nonetheless, such exuberance should be at least be tempered given the agency's institutional tendency to target disadvantaged individuals and communities rather than lawyered up millionaires and billionaires. Perhaps sensing that an army of 80,007 new IRS employees, more than doubling the current workforce, might be an inherently popular way to spend money during the tough economic times, Democratic leadership has assured the American people that average middle-income Americans have nothing to fear. Dude, every time the government says something like that, it's the opposite. It's
You've
the
got nothing
opposite.
To fear.
You
Nothing
have a
to
lot to
fear,
fear. Yeah. Every time they say one thing, it's usually the opposite. I'm just saying that. I've known that for years already.
Trust your government, right? Trust it.
Go ahead. You can if you want to. See what happens. Audits, we are
I'll
told.
get a free Obama phone. What you talking about?
Yeah, that will track your ass.
Obama phone. Get your Obama phone.
Won't increase in regularity for anyone making less than $400,000 per year. Yeah. I'm not going to be making more than $400,000. It's no way.
I guess, it's only cut for a certain cloth.
I can't even make $100. I used to be able to pass that when I was a deputy, but not anymore. Such an assurance would be more believable had those very same Democrats not torpedoed an attempt to codify such language in the bill. Ultimately, there's no reason to believe the IRS's expansion won't land more average Americans in the agency's crosshairs. Other than a few promises made by Democratic politicians facing a potentially brutal midterm election year, rather. Dyslexia is kicking in. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
And if we can't trust the word of politicians, wait. Wait.
It's contradiction in terms. Eat the rich.
You can't put trust and politicians in the same sentence. You just can't.
They're being sardonic.
Pandering for votes. What can we trust? Not the politicians. Of course, even tax the rich, progressives ought to have enough political cynicism to doubt one of the nation's most feared law enforcement agents. They're a law enforcement agency?
I'm telling you.
I didn't even realize this. Will use its new resources to laser focus exclusively on auditing America's share of billionaires, which is not really that many people.
Mm-mm.
After all, the Inflation Reduction Act changes none of the institutional or systemic deficiencies of the IRS. It merely gives the agency more resources to enforce the same complex web to loophole-riddled tax law currently being gamed by the wealthy. Indeed, we are now learning that the Joint Committee on Taxation has even estimated the Inflation Reduction Act is likely to increase taxes for households earning between $50,000 and $75,000, while households earning more than $1 million might actually get a tax break. So much for sticking it to the rich.
You know that it's called the Inflation Reduction Act, and yet they're going to tax more and print more money.
Yeah,
that
dude.
makes absolutely no sense. What
It's-
are these people, Keynesians
Hey,
or what?
Hey,
I mean, come on.
It's money reduction for us, okay?
For who?
It's our money that's getting reducted, okay? It's our money.
Oh,
that's
our
getting-
money's
Yeah.
being reduced. I see what you're
Get it
saying.
right.
So they're telling the truth.
Trust the government.
Inflation Reduction Act, right?
We're
These
definitely
bastards are using our own money against us.
we're definitely
That's
not
our own energy.
we're not going to inflate your money. We're going to inflate our money.
Mhm. Bastards. I'm telling you, Speak.
Oh man.
I am telling you.
And beyond the potential for new taxes, according to the editors at the Wall Street Journal, the Joint Committee on Taxation also says 78 to 90% of the money raised from under reported income, money raised by all those new agents conducting audits, will likely come from Americans earning less than $200,000. I'm raising my hand right now because that's me. I'll be making way less than that, way less than what I used to make. None of this is terribly surprising, given the fact that the IRS routinely targets the poorest Americans at a rate similar to that of the top 1%. Lower income individuals, as it turns out, have less ability to contest such audits and are therefore easier targets for a law enforcement agency whose sole mission is to raise revenue. Dude, I already know I'm going to be audited. I already know. I'll be making way less than what I used to make, and that's going to raise a flag. Moreover, the tactics...
You're going to get audited, and
I
they're going
think
to come
so.
for you, sir.
I think so, man.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Godspeed.
I mean, I already know. I mean, I have a good tax dude, but because of the major change in income for me, and now that I'm nothing but a business owner, that's gonna raise a flag, I think, for me to get audited. So, moreover,
they're gonna be like, this guy ain't no DJ. He's a drug dealer. You know, they wanted to be able to inspect any transaction coming or going at $600. You remember that, right?
Yeah, I know that. Well, even with Venmo or Cash App and stuff, because I use
All
that.
of them.
Yeah,
All of the above.
I use that for I use those applications to do my business transactions for my DJ business. You know,
They wanted to be able to inspect all of that.
Mhm.
That's insane.
Yeah, it
So
is.
who knows? Maybe they need 87,000 people in order to snoop through everyone's accounts and ask you questions.
Yeah.
And get a little visit
And-
from the tax man.
And here's another spinoff too. Like, they're trying to get rid of cash, bro. They're seriously
they are.
and they're using it in the name of because you can get sick from touching money.
This también. Also, come on now. That's just ridiculous. You're gonna get sick from money.
Well, I mean, with touching money. So
I know someone
don't know.
farts on it. Look out now.
Yeah, you know, when people go to the strip club, you know where where those bills go.
Bill.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
No, sir.
Moreover, the tactics used by the IRS to recover what it determines to be underreported income are already brutal and intimidating, even when they aren't employed against Americans struggling to cope in difficult economic times. Dude, that's me. I'm raising my hand. When the IRS determines an individual owes a sum of money, for example, the first dreaded letter in the mail is just the beginning of a nightmarish administrative process. Without a robust and expensive cadre of high-priced attorneys, most middle and low income Americans can quickly find liens placed on their property, bank accounts frozen, and wages garnished, punitive actions that are often taken along before anyone has a chance to substantially contest the changes or defend themselves in court. And unfortunately, targeting lower income workers is not likely to stop being a routine part of the IRS policing practice. For example, low-income households receiving certain tax credits or occupations that depend largely on cash tips are routine. Oh, I feel sorry for the servers, man. Ooh, that's going to hit them hard. Investigated by an already ruthless and unresponsive army of revenuers. It's therefore not unreasonable to believe that adding a stadium full of personnel to the department will merely accelerate the institutionalized methods of harassment and intimidation aimed at vulnerable Americans, which is why the progressive left's applause for expanding such an agency seems like an egregious example of political cognitive dissidence, especially given what staunch critics most progressives are of other efforts to bolster law enforcement budgets. Such support for the IRS's budgetary windfall is akin to the kind of blind support conservatives all too often give local police departments that promise to get tough on crime. As a result, I'm sorry, I know this is long. We're almost done. As a result, progressives who pride themselves on being skeptical on law enforcement should be just as dubious of the IRS expansion as the most conservative anti-tax crusaders making appearances on Fox News and talk radio. The nation's top 1%, after all, will continue to have access to their own army of lawyers and accountants ready to wage war against a newly energized and funded IRS. But the most disadvantaged among us will continue to be easy prey for the slew of federal agents hired to, quite literally, separate Americans from a portion of their hard-earned money. You think? Those 87K new IRS employees are going to be sending out larger refunds to working-class Americans or ensuring individuals receive every tax break to which they are entitled. Instead, they'll be doing what the IRS has always done, performing audits, launching investigations, and garnishing wages. And low and middle income Americans will not magically be spared simply because a bunch of politicians made some promises while trying to court votes during an election year. Believing such promises is as foolish as having believed in the 1970s that the war on drugs would only inconvenience cartels, criminals, and addicts. Progressives, more than anyone else, should know better. And that's the article right there.
Know better.
Well, I guarantee I'll probably be one of these people, man. Like I said,
It's gonna get audited.
Oh yeah, I guarantee, man. Especially that I'm a business owner now. Like I'm solely a business owner, and that's what I do full time now.
They say the other box to mark is the homeschooler box as well. So
what do you mean?
Not just business owners and patriots, but also the homeschooler people too.
Oh,
apparently they're going to be targeted as well.
Well,
so just be aware.
That's a double doozy for me then.
Double doozy, sir. Just be aware. Just be aware.
Well, I really don't know what to say, man. I mean, there's really nothing I can say. I just kind of have to prepare for what's to come. And this is unfortunate because I honestly think that
that was rude. I apologize.
I'm honestly beginning to suspect that these 87,000 people are going to be the ones who are going to be the goons for the elites. Because who's the people on top with all the money, and they won't be audited?
I don't know. We have no idea.
Oh, we have an idea of who's who.
Pelosi.
I mean, those those people in power have all the money, so the IRS the IRS is not going to spend time with somebody who can afford a lawyer to fight for them. They're going to get easy targets like me. So
they're going to go after the people who don't have the means.
Yep. That's me. But
that's me.
That's me. I don't have the means. I really don't. What am I going to do? Hire a freaking...
Hopefully they don't go after you speak.
I hope so. I hope not too. But the way that this is already panning out, I think I'm going to be one of those. There's going to be a big gap, a big drop on my earnings this year than opposed to what it was last year. It's a big drop because I was making more than 100K easy, but that was California pay.
Do you think that would flag them though, that you're making less? Or
hell yeah,
were you making more though?
I'll be making a lot less. I don't even think I'll be making even half of what I do, which is fine as long as I'm able to pay bills. That's all I really care about. I mean, I don't really care about anything else than that. I've learned not to be in love with money. I've enjoyed money long time ago, and that's all good and dandy, but as long as I can pay bills, that's all I care about. That's really all I care about. Anyhow.
Absolutely.
I did want to kind of share a video on this because I saw something on the internets.
Oh, cool.
I saw something on the internets of the allegedly there were IRS trainees that were being trained, and it was cringe. It was a cringe video for me to watch because I'm not gonna play. I was gonna share the video, but because of time's sake, I'm not going to.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah, not tonight. Maybe. Yeah, I don't even think I'll be sharing it anytime
in the future ever.
No. No.
Never ever, ladies and gentlemen.
Never ever.
So why even bring it up, Lordy?
No.
You just wet our whistle.
Well, because remember, we still have an honorable mention for tonight too.
Honorable mentions.
Yeah, we want to save. As a matter of fact, we're going to the next story, and then hopefully we got time for the honorable mention.
Hopefully, we'll see if we do or not.
We will make time.
We will make the time, ladies and gentlemen. So this way we don't leave you with desired expectations.
Okay, here we go. Let me. This time I'll share screen with you first.
Oh, here's the one, the video.
Yeah, but
play it now, sir.
I'm not gonna play.
Too late. Oh wait, here we go. OnlyFans.
Okay, hold on.
Oh snap.
Okay, so this is
Who knows what OnlyFans is? Raise your hand. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Raise your hand if you have if you know what OnlyFans is.
Oh no! Did you just admit to having one of those?
Did I? I didn't raise my hand. Did you see me raise my hand?
No, you said raise your hand if you have an OnlyFans.
Look at watch. I'm gonna raise my hand in the Zoom meeting. Do you see? Raise your hand. Don't be shy, ladies and gentlemen. Raise your hand. Don't be shy.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you.
She raised her hand?
No, Liz says I'm with you on that. Paying bills is the most. Yeah, I mean that's all I care about is just paying bills. I don't live extravagantly. I'm very simple. I stay home a lot. We stay. The only time we go out is when we have gigs. That's it. That's the only time we go out. We don't even go out to eat. We eat at home.
Oh my goodness.
That's
quite the concept.
Dude, we stay home a lot. when we used to live in so when we used to live in California, I was being paid well as a deputy out there. And and my family time when I was off was to go out to eat all the time. And it didn't even matter where we went. As long as we were spending time and eating out and I was with my family, that's all that mattered to me. But now we don't live that kind of life, you know. We eat at home all the time. And honestly, I think it's more better for us to be eating at home anyway. It's more intimate. You know, we get to talk about more personal things together as a family. That's
good.
So, you know, there's really nothing, you know, we don't do anything special except when we play gigs, and that's about it, you know?
That's nice.
Yeah. Anyhow.
Well, so basically what Speak is trying to say is he had to open up an OnlyFans. Like,
that's what I do on the side.
Back in, like, I mean,
I DJ naked on.
There's a type for everyone, ladies.
I DJ naked on OnlyFans.
Well, Speak, you know, that's how you're staying afloat. Jeez Louise. Telling you. OnlyFans, bro.
You know, okay, this is for the Foxhole people. That's the reason why you don't see my face is because I'm naked.
You might recognize him from OnlyFans. That's that is just too funny,
oh, man.
ladies and gentlemen.
I just had to break that. That's jokes, man. Obviously, I don't have one. I obviously I don't have one. I mean, it's obvious I don't have one, man.
It's
honestly,
I don't know. We only seen your hands.
Yeah, okay. Even if I was a female, even if I was an attractive female, if I had the same mindset that I do now, I would never. No, there's just no way, dude. There's just no way because you know, earning all that money,
watching you.
Exactly. That's what I was alluding to. Like, there's just no way, dude. God will be like, you're not coming in here, man.
Excuse me, I did not create you to do that.
Right, exactly, dude. Like, no, man, I'm not doing it. You know, I don't care how much money you can get. You know.
Well, you know.
Look,
like I always say, as long as I get a cut, you know.
No, God won't be doing stuff like that. The only cut he's gonna give, he's gonna cut your ass to freaking hell. Is what he's gonna do.
I would never think of asking God for a cut. What are you talking about? Like, oh yeah, man, he's got some people there asking God for his cut. I don't think so. No, thank you, sir.
Oh man.
Anyhow, well, something about this relates to Meta. Okay, let's try and work this one out.
People in the Foxhole are freaking. They're just cracking up right now. Casual GG's own emoji. And Raylan saying that being a hand model was the getaway. It was a gateway.
Right? It led you to so much more darker and deeper perverted. Let me tell you what he can do with his feet, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my goodness, man. You've been watching too much Hunter Biden videos, man.
There is a market for everyone. Let me tell you what.
Oh, man.
Oh, goodness Lord. All right. Well, I'm glad you guys got a kick out of that. Okay, so,
at my own expense, man.
Oh, man. Yep. Speaks OnlyFans, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So OnlyFans bribed Meta to put thousands of porn stars on terror watch list. Suits claim. Now, this is a very
interesting
for me.
Dude, this is interesting. Like, what do you mean a terror watch list?
That's a confusing headline. Like, this is, I mean, I'm assuming they're talking about their very own porn stars.
This should be interesting. Let's read this. Go ahead and read on. Yeah.
Let's read this article. Okay. This is far too. This is the kind of thing that you read in Playboy, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So like, you're not looking at the pictures. You're looking at these type of articles. OnlyFans squashed competitors in the online porn industry with the help of a bizarre scheme that bribed Meta employees to throw thousands of porn stars onto a terrorist watch list, according to a group of explosive lawsuits.
This
Adult
is
performers,
interesting. This is interesting.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah,
That's weird.
it is weird.
Adult performers who sold X-rated photos and videos on rival sites saw their Instagram accounts falsely tagged as containing terrorist content, crippling their ability to promote their business and devastating their incomes, according to the suits. So this is a little bit of that rivalry, underhanded play for porn stars.
Okay, so I don't get it. I mean,
your porn is harder than mine, so I'm gonna have to do this.
I don't. Okay, so I don't understand how they were put
It's
on
because.
this.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. I'm just saying I don't understand how they were put into the watch list.
Well, they were promising them extravagant nights with the porn stars.
Who, the terrorists? I mean, I don't understand.
No, apparently they were telling the meta people, we'll give you money and maybe a hot night out with she who goes up to her forearm.
Ah, okay.
And they put the rival porn stars, I'm guessing the ones that are like from legit production companies,
Okay.
versus the OnlyFans ones,
Yeah.
on terrorist watch lists.
Oh.
I'm guessing. So this is like what, industrial industry espionage, right? Between the porn stars.
Yeah, but they do both, right? I mean, they that's their personal.
Do they? What do you mean?
I think, don't they have both? I mean, they
Do porn stars have an OnlyFans?
I think they do.
Maybe OnlyFans was making sure all their other accounts got flagged, so they would have to be OnlyFans exclusive. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know.
I couldn't tell you, honestly. All I know is it sounds like insider espionage to me. In the porn
it does
industry.
sound, it does sound like it. No, it does sound like it.
I don't know, Speak. Do you prefer OnlyFans porn or do you prefer produced porn?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You don't know.
Anything that's free, I don't know.
I'm just asking.
Look, man. I mean, I'm not gonna lie about this. I mean, you know, I look.
I'm coming clean, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I'm not. This
breaking news.
I used to watch a lot of this kind of stuff. I used to. And I've always said this on my Monday shows that one of my weaknesses was beautiful women, you know?
You mean beautiful pornography?
No, just beautiful women in general.
Oh, okay.
You know? That's always been my downfall. And I'm really working hard to change that. I really am.
What?
Yeah. So, like, but when it comes to this, I'm
stuff, not laughing at your ailments, sir. I apologize.
When it comes to this stuff now, like, I don't know, because I'm too busy to even follow up with these kind of things right now.
Do you mean like I need to go see if OnlyFans is better than? Is that what you're talking about, or what? That's what that's all I ask.
Look, let's just say that I'm too busy to be consuming porn at this present state. You know, like.
You were supposed to do your homework for this episode, sir.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
But you know, look.
You failed to do your homework. No,
any straight
that's a joke, ladies and gentlemen. This is all read randomly, and
any straight guy
reading here.
Any straight guy will be attracted to watching something like this, right? But for me,
but do you want the homemadeness of OnlyFans, or do you want the production quality of Pornhub?
I don't want. For now, I really don't want neither, man, because that's not going to help. This is really not going to help me with my salvation, man.
But for the sake of this article today, and
I wouldn't know. I couldn't tell you.
Sitting at the edge of their seat, everyone in this audience wants to know: does the Speak Uneasy watch Pornhub or OnlyFans?
I don't watch either right now. I just don't, man.
And there is your answer, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I don't.
He watches neither.
I don't.
Hey, Pilled by the Rabbit, thanks for gifting that cookie.
Oh, Pilled, hey, thank you for the cookie. Thank you so much.
There's some mixed nuts in that one, Speak.
Thank you. Look, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like, you know, this is before I became serious about my journey, dude. Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. You know. I'm not gonna lie. Like, what straight dude did not watch?
What gay dude did?
You know, or anybody
I
for that
have
matter.
trouble believing that lesbians
Eh,
watch porn, but apparently they do too.
Anybody, I would say anybody, even females, because even some of the females I used to work with, man, you know, we smoke and joke about these kind of things all the
But
time.
bull dyke lesbians.
No,
in
I'm talking about
full plaid and leather chaps.
I'm
watching
talking about
porn.
straight women, dude. I'm
I
talking
don't
about
know
straight
about
women,
that.
dude. No,
That's
dude,
weird too.
dude. I mean, with female cops, man.
That's weird.
I mean, we joke about.
Sorry
this
if
all
I
the time.
sound like a chauvinist again, guys, but it is weird for women to watch porn.
They're more common than you think.
Stop right there, y'all.
They're more
I'm
common than
stopping
you
right
think.
there.
I tell you that right now.
You know, I'm just gonna leave that there, sir. I'm not gonna touch that any further than I already have.
Yeah, let's just
Stinky,
keep
and
reading
it
on.
Smells like tuna. Okay, so let's
I guess the
continue.
show just got a little bit more juicier now. Let's just keep on reading, man.
It's always at the 11 o'clock hour. The show gets so nice and juicy. It's juicy with a warm pink Santa, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
last name is Smollett.
Smoulier. Just saying, juicy Smoulier. All right, back to this article about prostitutes infighting with each other. Okay, it says sellers of smutty pictures. Is that where we left off? Okay, adult performers who sold X-rated photos and videos on rival sites saw their Instagram accounts falsely tagged as containing terrorist content. What?
How is
What
that?
are you thinking about? You thinking about like terrorist titties or something like that? Like, they will blow your eyes out.
That's exactly why I was laughing. I mean, really?
You're thinking about like porn with like women running around with hijabs on, right? Or what? Or something
Man.
like that? Like in the desert sands?
I
of
don't know,
Arabia?
man. I really don't
Saudi
know, man.
Arabia running around?
I don't know. I don't understand it, man. I
Having
really
sand
don't.
orgies out there? Man, can you imagine? Sand getting everywhere.
Oh gosh.
Anyways, sellers of smutty pictures were then shadow banned across Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and other sites. I didn't even know that they were on all these sites. Smutty pictures. Are you kidding me? Okay, maybe I knew that about Twitter. Anyways, the suit alleges, okay, targeted accounts also included businesses, celebrities, influencers.
Oh wow.
And others who have nothing to do with terrorism, according to the suits.
That is weird, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's how they kept them from being popular and getting money, right? They're like the Tanya Hardings of porn, right? They're like, his porn's hotter than mine just because he'll take it all the way up to the forearm and I won't. You know? And so because of that, they decide to call him a terrorist because, you know,
I mean,
his name is Big Ol' Bottom. And,
I mean, they're the one being
that is
terrorized,
exactly
right?
what he is.
They're the one
Like,
being
yeah,
terrorized.
Bro, shoot, let me tell you. That. That's very true speak. They're the ones being terrorized. Actually, it's purpose that's being terrorized. Anyways, when I heard that my content may be listed on the terror watch list, I was outraged, said Alana Evans, an adult performer and one of the plaintiffs in the California suit alongside Kelly Pierce and others. They said this to the Post: I was angry because it affected my income when my social media traffic dropped significantly, and I was angry because I am the daughter of a veteran.
What?
Who fought for this country. This porn star is the daughter of a veteran who fought for her rights to be a prostitute. And so,
Man, I wouldn't even say, like, if I was, like, I wouldn't say that. Oh,
she is bringing honor to her family. What are you talking about?
I would never, dude. It was, oh my.
She's like,
goodness,
I'm on
man.
OnlyFans, damn it, and I'm a popular.
If I was her dad, I'd be like,
star.
don't even get me involved in your ish, man.
She's like, I will show you my spread eagle.
Oh.
Evans and other spread eagles were all allegedly placed in a database of terror-linked accounts run by the Global Internet Forum to Counter Terrorism, or GIF. If you want to put it in acronym format, GIF. A nonprofit group intended to stop the spread of mass shooting videos. Oh. She must have had a very dangerous spray. Anyhow.
So, do the camera people get freaking hazard pay for that?
Only if it takes an eye out. Apparently. I'm sure they all wear goggles. She's got to have some kind of what was it called? An aerosol gun of some sort. I think WC Craneup was talking about this weapon in the chat room a few weeks ago. Oh my goodness. A numismatic, like. She made the terror list. Them ping pong shoot pretty quickly. Pretty deadly. Dang. Whoa. I mean, hey,
man.
No one told her to put up her ping pong machine gun. No one told her to put that up. Okay, all right. She could have left that in the Patreon section, right, where you have to pay to get it. Not on her free OnlyFans. Anyways, okay, so
crazy.
Where do we leave off with gift? Okay, all right. So after adult performers who used rival sites allegedly had their names added to a gifts list, traffic to the rival sites drastically fell. The suits allege. Meanwhile, OnlyFans traffic and profits soared as the site became a household name. Is that how they did it? Speak. It took 1 month to just like put every single porn star and every single porn website on a terrorist list, and it drew traffic to OnlyFans. and the pandemic took care of the rest, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone found out that they could make money on such a website, and we're talking about the youth now, of course.
Except, you know, I do have a.
Except for me and you, of course.
Okay, so I have. I have this rumor story, and this pertains to my old job. So
you just made this rumor up about your hands and your OnlyFans DJing naked.
Well, let me tell you, okay. And this has nothing to do with me. It just happens to do.
Okay.
This happens to involve somebody who I used to work with. Matter of fact, the person don't even work with the department no more.
No more.
I found out that this person had one of these accounts.
Oh.
Yeah. I think that person was fired. Or that person was fired. I don't want to say if it was a male or female. But
I was about to ask, was it male or female?
But that person ended up having one of those accounts.
Mm-hmm. And they probably made more money than they did on the squad, right?
I did not. I don't know. You don't
know? Did
that's
you
just
see
something
their
I
Twitter
heard.
alter page by any chance? Because that could have told you a lot right there.
No, dude.
Are you sure?
You
didn't go look for it? Male or female? Come on.
Let's just say.
Was it hot? I'm just kidding.
I wouldn't even look. I would not even try to look. If it was
a male, okay.
I wouldn't even try to look. I wouldn't even try to look.
It was a male. All right, okay.
For I wouldn't even look for their own regular Instagram account or Facebook account or whatever. Nothing.
On Twitter, man, Twitter.
I just wouldn't, man. I just wouldn't. I just wouldn't.
All right, so this guy got in trouble. Okay. So
like I said, I'm not saying I'm not saying if it's a guy or if it's a girl. I'm just saying that I wouldn't even put time into searching for that particular person's OnlyFans page.
Good.
Yeah, but you know, it just I guess when people are desperate, they do desperate things. Is what I'm saying. Yeah.
I always said at least as long as I get a cut or a copy of the tape. So you give me a cut or a copy.
Well, one of these days
we're agreeing to this.
It's gonna be like how Vivid Videos took what's her name's
Vivid Videos.
Yeah, they took.
That's old school. What the hell is Vivid Videos? Please do tell the audience.
Don't you remember who's the one who put that videotape out? Was it one of the Kardashian sisters, right?
What's Vivid?
Tell us all. That was a porn company, and the reason
it was a porn company.
Yeah. It was the reason why I know that's because remember when what's her name's
Channel
video
99, the Playboy channel.
that chick what's her name Kardashian, Kim Kardashian, when she came out with her video, it was
The one
that
with the fake
company.
butt.
It was that company that pushed that video out.
Was it? Kim
Yeah.
Kardashian's a vivid girl? I didn't know that.
Well, I don't know if she is or if she isn't, but that was the company that pushed her video out.
Who is she in the video with?
I believe it was Brandy's brother. You know Brandy the
Who's
singer.
Brandy? Brandy's
the singer.
brother.
Yeah, Ray J. Ray J was his
What?
name. Remember, you
How
don't,
do you know all these things?
dude. This was back in the early 2000s, man.
What? I don't know any of this. I just, I guess she. I thought she was like on Flight 93, and that's how she got famous. Just kidding. They were like, "All right, bitch, we're gonna be a reality TV
Nah,
star."
I
and
think
that's
Flight
how we're gonna
93
buy
was
you
in
out
her
from
instead.
telling you about Flight 93. Like everyone is alive, and they all got reality TV contracts, and that's why reality TV blew up. Ladies and gentlemen.
Railing is asking me if that person used their uniform. I'm like, nope. No, I mean, I don't know. If they got if they're not
while they were on
if they're not employed with the department anymore, then they obviously wouldn't have the uniform. So I would assume no.
Oh,
but I wouldn't know.
Saw their OnlyFans channel, so how would you know?
Look, I'm just making assumptions based on common sense. If the person's not employed anymore, then obviously they don't have a uniform to put on to do whatever they're gonna do.
But maybe they did while they were employed.
So I don't know.
One could only speculate.
One can only speculate, and that's as much as my curiosity goes. Is like making assumptions, and that's it. I'm not going further than that. I'm not even going to put time into looking for it.
All right, sounds like a plan. But apparently, these porn stars.
I wonder if she. Oh, yeah. So you're telling me that this chick right here, Evans, she's on the terror list too?
I guess she is. Better watch out.
So anybody there is on a terror list now.
I guess your pussy is dangerous. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
So I guess
sorry to be so vulgar.
I guess
there might be someone who's cock deadly on this list. Also. I don't know. What else can I say? Apparently, them 9 inches, you know.
Oh my goodness, man!
Terrorist watch list. Be careful. 9-inch penis on the rampage. Like, okay. What else can I say? This is a ridiculous article.
It is, man. It is. But hey, this is entertaining, man. This is.
I mean, hello. Okay. It says law firm Milberg, Coleman, Bryson, Phillips, Grossman.
Nice last name.
Is representing the plaintiffs. Okay, I'm sure they are, right? All 20 of them are representing this woman. One battle royale in the courtrooms. I'm sure they'll film it for their OnlyFans, right? Gosh. Okay, so this is filed against Meta and OnlyFans. You know, she was like, guys, for my OnlyFans, can I make a video where 5 lawyers do I'm telling you, she's probably making films for her OnlyFans the entire time with Grossman, Bryson, Phillips, Coleman, Milberg, and
man,
whoever else is part of that law firm.
Is that all at the same time or one by one?
I'm telling you, she was like, I need to pick the best lawyer, and there you go. That's how they figured it out. Who would be representing her in court, and she put it on her OnlyFans.
It's a lawyer casting couch. It's a lawyer casting couch.
I'm telling you, if you have her alter Twitter account, you might get some previews of this. The lawyers claim. Oh wait, where'd it go?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
The lawyers claim they have acquired a list of more than 21,000 Instagram accounts they say were unfairly tagged as potential terrorists.
Wow.
Previously unreported California Superior Court filings show.
21,000 Instagram accounts?
A lot of clients. That's a lot of couch time. Okay. All right.
I don't think they're going to be able to pay those.
Every single one of them is going to be like, I wanted to do this for my OnlyFans where I'm getting done by a lawyer. I'm telling you, this law firm, you either get a cut or you get a copy. I'm saying, I'm just saying. In a statement to the Post, Milberg partner David Azar called on Meta and the Gift Kata to open their records to help figure out whether our clients or their content are indeed on any databases intended for terrorists and how to get them off.
Oh,
In a
they know how to get people off.
Oh, dun, dun, dun. The puns here, ladies and gentlemen. The puns. What this was America's way of shopping out all of their Illuminati prostitute porn stars to the terrorist industry and saying, look at what you'll get when you join cahoots with us. All of these people who have sold their soul to the United States Army or whatever government of deep staters. Yeah, that's what this was. This was just human trafficking, ladies and gentlemen. In a statement to the Post, OnlyFans said, "We are aware that these cases have been filed. We are not aware of any evidence which supports these allegations. The alleged participants have all publicly stated that these cases have no merit." Meta did not respond to requests for comment, but told the BBC, which first reported at Speak the bribery allegations, that it had investigated and found no evidence of terror database has been abused. The GIF Kata likewise did not respond to the Post, but told the BBC that it was not aware of any evidence to support theories presented in this lawsuit between two parties with no connection to the GIFCT. Our continuing work to enhance transparency and oversight of the GIFTC hash sharing database is the result of extensive engagement with our stakeholders and has no connection to these claims, the GIFCT added. The plaintiffs claim the scheme dates back to 2018, when they say one or more Meta employees, potentially including an unnamed senior executive, took bribes from OnlyFans just to drive traffic to OnlyFans.
Why does the Meta emblem look like a DNA thingy?
It looks like an infinity sign to me.
Looks like a DNA thingy.
DNA.
Yeah,
very much so. It sure looks like a pair of lungs too. They claim the bribes excuse me, were routed from OnlyFans' parent company, Phoenix International, through a secret Hong Kong subsidiary into offshore Philippines bank accounts set up by the crooked Meta employees, potentially including at least one unnamed senior executive. So all these shell companies is how they pass this money forward.
Wow.
The suits, which also name OnlyFans majority owner Leonid Radvinsky as a defendant, claim the bribes paid off around October 2018. When people sold content through OnlyFans, rivals were allegedly hit with a massive spike in content classification filtering activity that limited their reach. Meanwhile, users of OnlyFans enjoyed a mysterious immunity to the crackdown, the plaintiffs claim. The blacklisting of plaintiffs and others has caused OnlyFans to achieve a drastically enlarged market share. While it's is it engorged? I wonder. It's an enlarged market share, while its competitors stagnated with impotency. Stagnated with impotency, and it declined. It suffered massive shrinkage, attorneys say, in a class action led by OnlyFans competitor Just for Fans, wrote in an August court filing in California State Court. The defendants engaged in a scheme to misuse a terrorist blacklist to obtain a competitive advantage.
Is that the owner?
That guy's gay. No, just tell me that guy's gay. That is Leonid Radvinsky. I've seen a few of his videos. On OnlyFans. I didn't know he was the owner though. Dang. That makes a lot of sense. Anyways, the suits include the California Superior Court filing on behalf of Just for Fans and a California federal court suit on behalf of a group, several women, led by the Adult Performing Artists Guild. Oh man, they have groups together. In June, Meta asked a judge to throw out the federal suit. Hearings in both cases are slated for September. Another suit filed in Broward County, Florida, on behalf of adult site Fan Centro lists, as that must be the Spanish version, right? OnlyFans as a defendant, but does not name Meta. The GIFCT was formed by Meta, Microsoft, Twitter, and GoOgle YouTube in 2017 in a joint effort to stop the spread of mass shooting videos and other terrorist material. Material online. When a member of the group flags a photo, it means watch out, that pussy. That thing will take your eye out. And other terrorist related material. And digital fingerprints, of course. These are called hashes. And that is the Global Internet Forum for Counterterrorism. Okay, that is interesting. In effect, that means a bikini pic wrongly flagged as jihadist propaganda on Instagram can also be quickly censored on Twitter or YouTube, all without the poster or public knowing about it, and that it was placed on the list, much less how or why. Due to the proliferation of the GIFCT database, any mistaken classifications of video, picture, or post as terrorist content echoes across social media platforms, undermining users' right to free expression on several platforms at once. Electronic Frontier Foundation researchers Sevilla Windwer and Gillian C. York wrote in 2020, while the GIFCT's system sounds like an efficient approach to challenging a task of correctly identifying and taking down terrorist content, it also means that one single database might be used to determine what a permissible speech and what is taken down across the entire internet, the researchers added.
That's the end of it, huh?
That is, it ended with a whimper, not a bang.
Man, the verbiage on the article written was so hilarious, man.
That enlarged, right? Yeah. Terrorist attack, really? Beware of that. Yeah.
There, I overheard that there was a spike on people making OnlyFans accounts.
How do you think they made that money during the freaking?
That's what I was about to say. During the pandemic is when.
During the pandemic. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Especially the youngins.
So you're telling me that they were getting money from the government and making.
They were getting money from the government. Do you see that picture, ladies and gentlemen?
Which one?
They got their cha-cha heels, ladies and gentlemen.
You're talking about the two over there?
They were getting money from the government and, if they had an essential job, and from their OnlyFans. And because they're young and whatever, they can do that, and that's what they did. Some of them are millionaires now. Man,
that is sad to... I don't know. I why would you give so much of yourself like that? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
I mean,
maybe they like the attention.
When I was young, I didn't think about these things, and I had my son when I was like 23, so I wasn't really thinking about these kind of things. But of course, as I grew older, my mind started to change, and it definitely
and
started.
The cats in the cradle and the silver spoon.
It started to really change when I had a daughter, and I don't understand how parents, they don't have this discussion with their own children about how
Have you had the OnlyFans talk with your daughter?
She's only 10 years old, bro.
Good answer. How about your son? No, they're just kidding.
Oh, we've had that talk. We've had talks like that many times before, and
Oh.
like he doesn't want to talk to me about that thing.
He doesn't want to talk to you about his OnlyFans.
No, he doesn't want to talk to me about the whole sex thing because he feels embarrassed because I'm the type of dude that just talks to him straight up. Like I would talk to him like
Well.
because he's an adult, he's a young adult,
Yeah.
and I would talk to
absolutely.
him. I'll talk to him like I do a friend of mine, and I'm very blunt about how I talk about these things, and he feels like, man, you're my dad. This is embarrassing, That's how he
He's
feels.
embarrassed. Oh.
Yeah, he's a very reserved. You've met my son. He's
No, I've never met your son. What are you talking about?
you've never met my son before.
No, I don't think so. I always forget you have a son.
You're right. No. Now that I think about it, I thought when we went over to see what's his name over there? Who was the one who was running for governor here before?
Abbott?
Yeah. No. No.
Oh, you're talking about
West.
You're talking about West.
Yeah.
Alan West.
Yeah. When we stopped.
Alan West.
When-
Was
when-
your son there? Did I meet him then?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think he was. But I thought he was.
Oh, yeah.
Because remember we
so
stopped
either.
because we stopped by my place before I dropped you back home, and I thought he was home, but I guess he wasn't. So,
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what your son's.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's even in Texas. Speak.
Oh, he is. He is.
Oh, well, there you go.
He is. He lives with us. But yeah, man.
Oh, very good. Very good.
But yeah, he's a very, when it comes to me talking to him about like girls and this kind, he's a very.
Would this conversation embarrass him?
Yes, it would.
Yes, it would.
It would. Even like right now, right now, if he was to like, while he was walking in and we're doing this story and here we're talking about the dude, he would be shaking his head in embarrassment.
Oh.
Yeah.
Son, don't be.
He would.
Oh, son,
he
don't
would.
shake your head in embarrassment.
He
son.
he would, and it's weird because I'm like, dude, he's
Oh man.
like, you're 23, dude. I mean, don't you and your friends talk about this kind of stuff about girls and things like that?
Talk about sex, baby.
So that's I guess that's just my son.
He'll grow up. He'll grow up into being able to have those conversations with his old man. You know what I mean? Like, it just takes some time.
Shit,
just
man.
takes
What?
some time.
But this should. But this.
You're like, I don't got much more time left.
He should have been comfortable with, like, he should have been comfortable with this already when he was in his early teens.
Well, I mean, maybe, I guess so. I mean, I was very comfortable talking about this topic with my parents. I felt like I had a well-rounded relationship with them. Some of them didn't want to hear about it sometimes, but
And,
I
dude,
wasn't too graphic to the point of
I
being
was.
disrespectful.
Oh, believe me, when we had this conversation, it wasn't one of those soft openings. It was like I started talking. Dude, I just started talking to him like an adult.
You talked to him like a man. You scared him.
I think I did. Because now he's like embarrassed to have these conversations with
You
me.
scared him. You're like, Dad, my friends don't even talk like that.
Oh, I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. No, I
Speak.
doubt that.
Men don't talk. I mean, especially younger men don't talk the way they used
No.
to. Then again, I wasn't hanging around with too many of them straight kinds back in the day to know for sure. But
No, man. I made sure to make my son know that
let
he
me
should
tell
be.
you what, the workforce is a lot more. It's a lot more locker room talky than you might expect in the real world. I mean, those college students speak. Let me tell you what, they are sheltered. They are sheltered. They're not going to hear that kind of talk everywhere.
Are you like? I would believe that. Well, no,
Sheltered.
I wouldn't say
College
that.
students are sheltered.
Dude,
if you go into a locker room and everyone's using the P word and the C word and just talking about it like everyday life, like that can be quite the culture shock for some young men in this
Seriously?
day and age.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No, I'm asking seriously because it wasn't like that when I was in high school.
Liz Garcia says he would be like, "You are all sick boomers."
Man, because it wasn't like that when I was in high school.
Considering you a boomer, speak. You see, what
I'm not a
happens when you
boomer,
talk the way
man.
you do. You sound like a boomer.
I'm not a boomer.
The kids these days don't know.
No, man. I'm a Gen Xer, dude.
And then you're like, and the parents these days.
Well, I sound like an old man, but I don't think I'm a boomer. Hell, dude, I'm not that
What
old.
do you call a boomer but an old man?
I'm not that old. Shit, I know I'm old, but
The
shit, man.
parents these days don't know how to take care of their youngins. I'm just,
Don't you think that's a valid thing for me to say?
I'm just teasing you. Speak. You know.
I know you are. But don't you think that that's valid for me to say after all the shit that we've been seeing?
We have been through a lot of shit, sir.
No, I mean, just the things we see on an everyday basis with these TikTok videos and these
Oh man,
all these
The
videos,
TikTok
dude.
Videos. Oh, they're bad. Those TikTokers.
See?
Those those TikTokers. They're difficult, sir.
I'm just saying, man. And I know I sound like the old man that says get off my lawn, but dude, I mean,
Stop mowing my lawn, sir.
no, start mowing my lawn.
Start. You want me to mow your lawn? Shit. Hello. Well, we'll take that conversation after the show ends.
This guy.
Let me change that picture. That was the look that was the look of the jubilant pedophile. I don't know. That's you have to see the whole picture for context.
That
ladies and
shirt,
gentlemen.
man.
Let me, yeah, you'll never unsee that shirt,
Well,
ladies and gentlemen.
I know we're a little bit on overtime here, but I think being that the honorable mentioned it's a very short article. Maybe
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I never read it.
well, it's very short, dude. It's like
Oh, Lord.
it's like a what, 2 paragraphs?
Yeah, it could be 2 paragraphs. Let's go.
I mean, that's all. I mean,
You guys want the honorable mention?
Considering the title of it, I mean, what else more can the person write about?
I don't know. Ask Putin. No, just kidding.
All right.
Let's see what's up, y'all.
Let's do the honorable mention.
This is gonna blow you guys away. No pun intended,
dude.
Of course.
So that was a segue into this one, right?
Do you guys really want to get into this one? This is gross. Okay, this is disgusting. This is beyond repair. Reproach, rebuke.
Okay, just
redemption for this human.
Just based on reading the title of the article, because I myself have one. I was like these MFers, dude. These MFers.
Look at that poor dog.
Hold on.
That dog does not look happy.
I haven't even shared it with anybody yet.
Share the picture with them.
There, okay, there.
That dog does not look happy. That dog looks abused. Don't you think? I think he does.
Man, this is I don't know, man.
This is next level. Keep this away.
I have no words for this. I really don't.
You know what words I had for this? Don't you dare search that crap on my computer. Florida woman and her ex jailed for sexually abusing pet dog for years, sheriff says. This had to have been like in Broward County, right? I was like, use your own computer to look at that bull crap. Anyways, Pinellas County, Florida, on August 2nd, 2022, deputies arrested a man and a woman for engaging in sexual activity with their dog. Dude. That is an ugly dog. What kind of dog is that? No, that poor thing. That poor thing.
Kind of looks like a husky from here, huh?
It's a husky. That poor thing.
Kind of looks like it.
It has a personality of its
Dude,
own.
how did this come about? Like,
I don't know. I mean,
how did these two? Okay,
no
so who initiated? Did the woman initiate it? Did the man? And if so, how did this conversation come about?
I did not read the article speak, so I couldn't tell you. These are all really good questions.
It's like this is it. This is the article right here.
Oh Lord, this is the article.
This
According to deputies, the woman, later identified as 36-year-old Christina Caleo, willingly engaged in sexual activity with the dog on multiple occasions.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Over a span of approximately 8 years. This woman was getting that dog wet for 8 years. Deputies learned that her ex-boyfriend 39-year-old Jeffrey Springer. Is this a joke or what? Really, Jeffrey Springer, okay? What the hell? I mean, seriously. He recorded the sexual activity and placed it on a flash drive. The dog was surrendered to deputies and taken to a local pet hospital for routine examination. It had no visible injuries.
Dude, that dog is damaged. That dog is damaged. Mentally damaged, man. You can't.
Dog.
You can't even rescue that dog anymore, because now that dog is gonna think that kind of activity with a human is normal.
Do you think it's gonna go hump like some poor defenseless human, or what? Like,
I don't think. I honestly don't think that dog can be like saved.
No, based on the way that dog's face looks, I would say they were sharing phalluses. Probably is what she and the dog were doing. Poor thing. Poor thing. That's just based on the dog's face, though. I mean, I have no scientific evidence to suggest otherwise.
Dude, I mean, why? I mean, why?
No one else wanted to go butt to butt with her. I don't know. Like, why the hell would...
Well, throw on some makeup or something.
Ask
I don't
Jeffrey
know.
Springer. You know?
Jeffrey.
I mean, yeah, I guess the article doesn't say. I don't know. Poor dog. That poor dog. I'm surprised it hasn't lost all its hair.
Man, so that was an honorable mention today.
An honorable mention.
That was an honorable mention, man. And then
quite dishonorable.
Yeah, there's no words for me from my end. Like, there's no words that I can say about that. I
tell you, it emptied the bar. Just kidding.
It's driving me to drink. Just driving me to drink some more is what that's driving me to do.
Yeah, no. Hint, everyone. Toss a can at. Just kidding. I'm out of Shiraz, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out of Shiraz. Anyway, wow.
I still got not a full, but I have half a bottle of 114 proof bourbon here.
Oh, wow.
I'm not gonna drink it though. I'm not. I have things I gotta do tomorrow. As a matter of fact, before we end all this, is there anything you want to plug?
Oh, I appreciate that. First of all, that was a fun read through, Mr. Speak Uneasy, and glad to be able to do it with you guys again today. Other than that, no, not much for plugging. Stop by Mr. C TV channel, whether you are live on Foxhole or Pilled or Twitch or Rumble. Will be, what is tomorrow? Thursday speak? Oh yeah, today was my heavy day.
Today's Thursday.
No, tomorrow's Thursday. Today was Wednesday.
Well,
Today's my heavy day.
It's Thursday now.
Oh, that's right. It is Thursday now. That's right. My bad. Texas time, Central time. Yeah, Mr. C TV channel. We'll do the C report tomorrow. I'm sure it'll be a fun time, ladies and gentlemen. There's no telling what we'll be talking about. And yeah, just check it out. thecreport.com. More information. Check out the podcast. Also streaming on Odyssey. I don't know if you've been on Odyssey or not, Speak, but
no, but we'll we'll catch up and we'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk off the air. And then like maybe tomorrow or something about, because I don't know anything about that platform, and I would like to learn. And I'd also want to. I'm kind of interested about the Rumble part that you're doing too, because
Rumble, yes, yeah. Rumble.
Yeah,
it's very good stuff. Very good stuff.
I'm kind of. I really have to expand out on this show. I mean,
you got it. I mean, why bother? I mean, I know it's to try and catch some people over there on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook, but it's just not where it's at anymore. At least not for the kind of messages that we talk about.
True, but then I'm having to even rethink about, maybe should I start making videos, or because there's something that has to catch people's eye for me to get more viewers, and I'm horrible at that. Like, I don't have any, when it comes to like visual artistic stuff. I don't have the skill for that. You get me on music though, man. I mean, I'm not saying I'm badass, but a lot of my passion is on the music end of art. not on the visual part of art. It just it's not there for me.
And it's, well, just keep on working on that, and it'll go far. But Liz Garcia kind of laughed at the innuendo
The
from
plug.
saying plug.
I mean,
A plug.
that's
What
the
kind of plug?
that's the
Liz
only
Garcia?
that's the only, I mean, that's the only word I can think of using. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
But I appreciate it though, most definitely.
I
It's one kind of plug I can enjoy, that's for sure. I hope you guys do too.
I really enjoyed the conversations that you and Java have been having the past few weeks, man.
For Seeing the Dark.
Yes, about transhumanism, and I have been doing, like, even before you guys started dabbling into that, I was looking into some stuff too about that, and have made. I mean, we've had this conversation off off the show, where the what do you call it? Identifying with no kind of sex is part of that too. So yeah, I've been watching a few things here and there about that too, and man, it's all connected to satanic stuff, bro.
Oh yeah.
And I noticed it too with the music videos that you were playing. I was like, dude, what the hell, dude?
Man, did you see the ones in the last episode?
Yeah,
I played?
I did.
Weren't those crazy?
They're
Those
very
were
bothering.
crazy.
They're very bothering.
It bothered me. That's okay. Do you remember whenever I saw you down old Estee Way, and I did the it's gonna be my signature move speak. Apparently, I make everyone wait 15 to 20 minutes or more. Anyways, I apologize. To Kako, CDP, 4JC. I apologize.
It's
I
okay.
apologize.
It's
Well,
okay.
I mean, I have a growing list of victims. Speak is what I'm trying to say, so that's not a good thing. Anyways, I do apologize once again. But as I was saying, that day I was clipping out those music videos, and I was just like, I felt like weird mesmerized after like seeing some of those.
Dude, that sounded like really dark reggaeton music, man.
Wasn't that weird?
It was very
I thought
dark.
that was weird.
was very dark.
It was like in Spanish or Portuguese or something,
But
it was definitely dark.
But I'm not saying that all Hispanics are like this, but I'm saying that. But what I wanted to say was that, with Hispanic culture, they do embrace death in a weird way. I've noticed that with a lot of Hispanic people. With the celebration of the Day of the Dead, how do you say that? Muerta de something.
Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah,
Sí.
And I think that's just part. I think that's just part of culture too, man.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know anything about it, but I do know that they celebrate something called Day of the Dead. So
And All Saints Day and a whole bunch of other stuff, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of other stuff, but. Stuff for another conversation and another time. It was fun hanging out tonight. Thanks for having me again. And for everyone who was hanging out with us this evening, hope you all have a great, great evening. And I think that's pretty much it. Go to theseareport.com, come see the shows in the morrow. And we'll have more conversations, See in the Dark, about transhumans coming up this weekend, probably on Saturday.
Yes, please.
Mid-noche.
I would beg everybody out there to please support Mr. C. He works hard in what he does. He does it. He has a passion for this, and he's doing it for the right reasons. He's doing it because he does believe in making changes here in the planet. For positive changes. And he does a lot of work for you guys, So
go Team America.
You got to support this dude, He's not one of these dudes who's just doing it because he thinks he get paid just doing it. No, he actually I've had conversations with this man, and he's very passionate about what he does. So please,
much appreciated.
Support him.
Speak.
No, I'm being serious and sincere, dude. I really am.
I would say, I mean, best places, I guess would probably be like Rumble or the Foxhole to find out when the shows are going live. But if you're on Rumble or Odyssey, you'll definitely get notifications. And also if you turn them on over at pills.net or the Foxhole app, I believe you get notifications about when we're going live. But Liz Garcia was saying about the next See in the Dark. That will be Saturday at mid-noche Central Time, sweetheart. and maybe we'll see you there.
Cool.
Then and now, don't you know? All right, guys.
Thank you,
time
brother.
to jump
Thank
ship.
you so much, and good night, man.
Likewise, say good night to the missus, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, brother. Will do. God bless.
Have a good night, y'all.
You too. And there goes my brother, Mr. C. Mr. C, senor. All right. Well, another episode in the books for This Is News, and I hope you guys enjoyed your night with us tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed having all the laughs on my account and also on Mr. C's account, because this is kind of feeling that we try to make the show have. We give our opinions about these articles in a serious way, but not in a serious way, if that makes any sense. So, if you like this, don't forget to share, subscribe, all the good stuff. Let me drop my tree link here on the chat rooms so you can follow me on social medias. Please do so. That helps the show a lot. I live a very noble life. I don't do anything extravagant here. The most extravagant thing I do here is DJ, but that's what I do for a living now. And, that's how I make my living for most part. I do try to make a living doing this a little bit on the side, as much as I can. But most of my earnings come from DJing. So, there's the link tree where you can support me in all my social media outlets. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, CLOUTHUB, Gab, Twitter, Truth Social, YouTube, Rumble, BitChute. I'm also on Anchor.fm. I do recorded content as well, if you want to follow me there. And I'm also on Twitch. We also have a merch store. Go ahead and check that out. Sale there. The sale's been going on since forever. Bourbon 30 will be the discount coupon to use for 30% off. I'm probably going to stop that because nobody's buying anything anyway, so there's no point in me to leave that sale thing there on anyway. Yeah. And I think that's all I got on my end. Anyhow, I want to thank everybody for coming by. Liz Garcia, Railing On, Casual Gigi, Pilled, thank you so much for that gold pills. Can't really see anybody there. Oh, Railing On, thank you so much for the 106 gold pills. Thank you so much. God bless you. Oh, heads up, guys. So I'm going to move the DJ streams on Thursdays. So I will be on live tomorrow today, I should say, 1 p.m. Central Time. 1 p.m. Central Time, I'll be doing a DJ set for a couple hours. Don't know what genre of music I'm going to be touching. Nonetheless, if you have time, if you want to listen to great music, come by the stream, hang out, say hi, whatever, or just lurk and listen to music while you work. Lurk and work. So once again, I'll be on at 1 p.m. Central for a DJ stream. I'll be DJing some music for maybe a couple hours. So come by, hang out. It's always a good time. I think that's all I have for now. I want to thank again everybody out there for coming by. You could have been anywhere else, but you're here tonight with us. Look, the times that we're living in right now is not it's not an easy time, and it's getting more difficult as the clock ticks. Okay. And I always end my stream to tell everybody to be kind to one another. And I want you to listen to this because what I say, I mean. I'm not one of these types of people to say things just because it sounds cool or anything like that, because these are not the times to say stuff like that, okay? These are serious times we're living in. It's getting hard not only for yourselves, but me and everybody else around you. We're all having hard times. Everybody is getting very frustrated about the times. There's a lot of uncertainty going on, right? So I would beg people to please always be kind to one another. And if an opportunity ever presents itself to pick somebody up, please please, I would beg you to please do it. One of these days, you're going to need somebody to help pick you up. So treat others how you want to be treated. So, with all that being said,
The bar is now closed.
I can't help but wonder if I'm under a spell. It's more than a passing notion. I've never fallen with such devotion. I can't help but wonder if it's only a dream. Am I naive or can I believe that things are really as they seem? Can anyone explain how to understand what's true? I know I just can't tame it. Whenever I'm with you, I can't help but wonder if you wonder about me. 'Cause lately I can't help but wonder how wonderful this might be. Can anyone explain it? How to understand what's true? I know I just can't take it. Whenever I'm with you, but wonder if you wonder about me. 'Cause lately I can't help but wonder how wonderful this might be. 'Cause lately I can't help